What's up? I'm already high right now. I pre-gamed, okay. But I'm rolling up right now. Excuse the dirty rolling tray. I'm using what I have. So, with that being said, in today's video, I'm going to be rolling up and smoking. And then I'm going to be answering these questions from Instagram. I don't know if you can even see that. Hopefully you can, I don't know. Anyways, but these are weed related questions that I'm going to be answering, and I'm very excited for this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm almost done rolling up. Bam! She's not the prettiest, but that's not the point. She's still gonna smoke. Okay, I gotta warm up the Blizzy first. And then cheers. I hope you don't hear the dogs barking or whining, I mean at the door. If they happen to be loud enough for you to hear them whining, just ignore that, because I don't know how to edit on my computer. So yeah, with that being said, let me go ahead and just spark this up, period. My sister came in here. I had to turn off the blunt but let me turn it back on. Okay, we're good. All right. I love the way that this blunt is hitting. One of the dogs are under the bed. He did not want to leave the room, so if you hear excess noise in the back, that's what that is. I hope you're getting lit and high with me. Ooh, I know I'm getting high. This is a pretty good strand. I needed to spark up for a second and just hit this. I'm going to go ahead and start answering these questions. So the first 3 questions are not weed related, but I'm going to go ahead and answer them. The first question here says favorite fruit. My favorite fruit is, probably mango. Mango or dragon fruit. There you go. Cheers. Cheers for all my people who don't have weed right now. And then it says, one place you want to go outside of the country. I want to go to Fiji. I just want to swim over there and chill and vibe. That's where I specifically want to go. So then it says, what's your favorite childhood memory? One of my favorite childhood memories is playing tag with my billy goat. I had like a ranch and we had quite a few animals. And I don't know, my billy goat just knew how to play tag. I can't really remember if we taught him that or not, but he would basically buck us, but gently, and then we would just like tag him by grabbing his horns. So, but not in a rough way. He was definitely very gentle. Anyways, so what age did you start smoking? 15. 15 years old. I had my first blunt. And then, yeah. Although, I got to say, I didn't start smoking until the age of 18. Okay. So many questions. Okay. Have you ever tried any of the CBD coffees or other beverages? I'm trying to think. No, ma'am. No, sir. I have not. What do you... Oh, wait, never mind. That's not a weed-related question. Okay, so then it says, what is your favorite strand? Apple fritter. I just love the way that it feels, the texture. I love the way it breaks down. The effects, it's super chill. If you're an anxious person, it takes away anxiety. Like, I just love that strand. And it doesn't get you, like, super faded to where you're, like, paranoid or anything. Like, it's just the perfect type of chill high. Oops, I just ashed on myself. Okay, so now, the next question is, what is your favorite way to partake in weed? Like a blunt, joint, bong, wax, edible, etc. I'm going to say a blunt, but I also really enjoy hitting a bong, like a good bong rip. But I'm going to say a blunt over everything. That will top everything. Edibles are way too strong. I get so faded off of edibles. Okay, so now it says sativa or indica. Okay, so I'm going to choose indica. I like a chill type of vibe. Either or, really. I'm going to say I'm team ganja. I like either or, but if I had to pick, it would be indica. Just to give you an answer. Okay. The next question's kind of funny. But I'm going to put that out for the bong. Before I take a hit on that bong, though, I'm going to go ahead and answer this question. So the question is, what would you do if someone sold you some trash weed? That's funny. I feel like, well, that's actually happened before. And I just looked at it, checked it out, and then asked if I could just get my money back. And I realized I shouldn't do that because that's wasting people's time and my time. So now I just go to the same, like, 2 to 3 people and play it safe. And I just like taught myself patience instead of like just being impulsive or quick to buy somebody else's weed just because I really want to smoke or something, you know? So the next question is, do you think weed is stopping you from something new? I'm going to say no. In fact, when I smoke weed, it actually makes me feel more creative, and it gives me like this creative burst of energy, and it motivates me. I feel pretty productive overall, so I don't think it stops me from, doing something new. And then it says, does weed help us in spirituality? I want to say energetically, it could help. And I want to just say yes to that. Like, overall, weed helps you connect with yourself. Personally, it helps me connect spiritually in a way where I can like pray and connect with God or connect with my higher self. It helps with focusing. So I'm just going to say yes overall. And when I smoke, I like to go out in nature afterwards and just vibe and connect with nature. So I feel like nature is very spiritual in its own way too. How does weed affect the brain? In a good way. I feel like it has good effects on the brain in a way where it helps with, like I said a while ago, focus. It takes away anxiety. It's like a depressant. Sometimes though, I feel like I've heard people say that they've experienced paranoia. Sometimes in the past I've experienced that, but I also feel like it's the kind of person that you are as well. And weed is kind of like a psychedelic to me, so I treat it like shrooms, and I feel like it's important where you're smoking and the people you're with or the vibe that's in your environment. Anywho, the next question is, what's your first experience with weed? I'm going to go ahead and spark the bong up. I'll be right back with that. Okay, so my first experience with weed, I feel like I've already told this story, but I'll just give it a quick summary. Basically, first let me take a hit. I'm so high, I'm over here stuttering. So overall, it was a pretty good experience. I was with a group of people that I was familiar with. I smoked, and it was just like a blunt. So it was a pretty good experience overall. Ooh. That might have been the last question. Or actually, no, it's not. It says, what is one song you must hear every time you blaze up? I don't really prefer music. I would actually prefer like nature sounds, or just like probably no sound at all. Or maybe like affirmations. Woo! That was a good hit. Let me see if that was the last one. Yeah, the rest of the questions I pretty much already answered. So I hope you enjoyed the Q&A. I'm going to finish up this bowl and then end the video. Cheers. Okay. That was pretty much it. Thank you so much for smoking with me and joining me in today's video. I hope to see you next time. Peace and love.